Do you have a favorite? Hi everyone, Marianne Cowan here from Pinery Paper Crafts, and today I'm giving you a sneak peek at a new suite of products coming out in January in our new mini catalog, January to April. So it's only available now if you are a demonstrator. That is one of the perks of being a demonstrator. Not only do you get a discount, but you also get to look at or you get to order the products and look at them if you order them a month ahead of time. Sometimes it's up to 6 weeks ahead of time. So we had a chance to look at the online exclusives and the mini catalog items that will be available in January. So it's not January yet, but if you're a demonstrator, you can order them, and I'm going to give you a sneak peek. This is actually a class I will be holding, and I have to wait until January before I'm able to order the product. So it will be mid-January when this class is available. And as for all my classes, what you receive is an envelope with all the pieces that you need to create the card. You have to add your own sentiment. You'll have the little piece, but you have to stamp your own sentiment. This is my sample to put together for my video. That's why it's already stamped. Yours will not be stamped. I can't do any stamping for you, but you do get everything in the envelope, pre-done, pre-die cut, everything ready to go. You do the stamping. This class will have 2 each of 4 designs, and then 1 of either of the next 2 I'm going to show you. You will also get in this class 1 sheet. This is a new ephemera pack that will be available called Beautifully Adorned Ephemera Pack. And so you will get 1 of each of the sheets, and that will be enough for what you need for your cards. So that's the first sheet. This is the second one. You can see I've already used some of the images, but I think I might add this one to one of the cards. We'll see in a second. And this one. If you do scrapbooking, this is beautiful to frame around a picture. So we're going to be using a few of them on the cards that we're designing, or that I designed, but you'll have lots left over. So here again are the 4 that I've already put together, and I'm going to put 2 together for you now. So there's this one. It's a really pretty palette. It's Petal Pink, Fresh Freesia, Old Olive, really nice. But I will say, and you'll see what I mean in a minute, when I first looked at this paper, the images were so big I thought, whoa, I'm not really sure how I can do that on a card, but I managed. And here's the last one, and the last 2 are big images as well. Hi Pat. Pat was actually over when we were opening this and looking at it. And let me show you the paper. It's called Lovely and Beautiful. It's a specialty paper because you'll see all the gold accents. And in the card I'm going to show you, I used Everyday Arches, the largest one. So here are the papers in no particular order. This one I wasn't sure about. I actually really like this side, but to put glue on all that gold, not sure. So there's that one, and those images are a good size. Well, that one's pretty big, but you'll see how I used it. I think it worked. Here's another one. This one has fairly big images as well, so you really have to think about how you're going to cut it. Here's another one with humongous flowers. Even if you cut this out, it would almost be too big for a card. Here's another one. Again, humongous flowers, but I think I made it work. Here's another one. Peach is also one of the colors in this color palette. And then this one with the little tiny flowers. I just love that. So pretty. And on the reverse side are some really beautiful, almost pastel colors. And you'll see how I used one of the pages to show both the front and the back. These are really pretty, especially like this one. Let's see what the other side. This was the one I thought maybe I would use this side because the other side, they're so big. But I made it work. That one, this one is also very beautiful. It's just a really pretty pack of paper. So that's the paper. And now I'm just going to put together the last 2 cards. These are the wow cards. So in your class, you'll get 8 cards ready to make, the ones that I just showed you. And then you'll get one of either the first one I show you or the second one I show you. Just because they use a lot of gold foil. Okay, so I just kept this out here because I wanted to show you how to take that largest arch die and make it into a card that opens like this. So I have just a regular 8.5 by 5.5 piece of paper, folded in half, and then I'm just going to put this back together. Then you take your arch die and you lay it down, but you lay it down so that this edge is off the paper. Let's see if I can flip it over and show you. So you can see how it is off the paper because you don't want that to cut. You want to keep that fold. So we did that with the largest of the arches. Now I will tell you, if you want that to stay, I did use a little sticky note before I ran it through. And when you're running through things that have a really straight edge like that, put it in at an angle. Otherwise, when you go through, you'll hear clunk, clunk, and it's just easier on your machine if you just put it on a little bit of an angle. So that's a little tip. So I'm going to put this over here. So no, I'm going to put it away right now because I don't know if you're like me, but I will be looking for it later. So there you can see it's the biggest of the arches. These arch dies I've used so often. I was creating cards with totally different stuff today using the arches. So there we have our arch. We can get rid of this. Then we have gold. And this sentiment is from that ephemera pack. So very pretty. I will tell you this leaf that I absolutely love is from the Delicate Pines, the Snowflake set. But it's just a really pretty leaf. Anyways, there's some nice new leaves coming out in the new catalog as well. But before you use this piece, make sure that you get some mileage out of it and cut some pieces. Now be careful you don't put them too close to the edge like I did for the next card I'm going to show you, but I made it work anyways. So we're going to go ahead, I don't think that's the one, I think it's this one. We're going to go ahead and glue this down. Whoopsie. So make sure when you're doing layers like this that you really make good use of your paper. Especially gold foil, you only get 2 sheets in a package. That's why if you're doing this class, you're only going to be getting this card or this card as your bonus card. Typically my classes have 8 cards. My Christmas classes had 10, but typically my classes have 8 cards, 4 designs, 2 of each. So now we'll put this on. And you want to center it knowing that it's not going to be centered over here because the whole arch is not there. Now I want to put this, I think, right down here. It says celebrate. These little sentiments are from the new, the one that has the banner punch that goes with it. It's available now. It's actually a great set. All right, so what do we want to do here? I think I want to maybe pull out a leaf. Now I have to be careful how many I use because I'm only using one of the sheets, and if you get this pack, you're going to have to be able to put your cards together with just half the pack. Let's try this one. I haven't used that yet. I'm not sure if it'll be a bit too big. I like it because it's see-through. I don't really think it adds anything. Let's keep looking. You could also, if you don't want to do heat embossing, this is heat embossed in the new Wow Gold. For these ones, you could just put a little piece of white in over top of your vellum if you didn't want to heat emboss. Okay, I've used all those ones. I think we're just gonna go like that. I think it's got enough going on. I could add a little bow, could do lots of things, but I think I'm just gonna leave it. All right, so let's add some dimensionals. Now I'm thinking that the dimensionals won't show through here. I'm just gonna put it on lightly and see if I'm right. No, you can see it. I might change from dimensionals to glue, and then I'm going to put it kind of where the lines are. It does dry clear, but you can still see it through, so I'm just going to go like that. If it doesn't bother you, then just use dimensionals. I do like having something raised on a card, but okay, now that I'm looking at it, it really needs something else. Just not sure what. Let's look back through our ephemera pack. Anyone have any brilliant ideas? Let's try this one again. Those flowers are very large. We could cut this down a bit because it does kind of, okay, let's try that. I'm going to take it and I'm just going to trim it down a little bit, but I'm going to save that bottom piece so I can use it as well. And maybe I'll go up and down. So I'm just going to make sure I trim this nicely so you can't tell that I just chopped it off the other one. Okay, so that could go there and this could go there. Okay, now before I cut it, I noticed that it's not cut nicely there. There we go. A little dab of glue. Whoopsie, that's a lot of glue, so I'm going to share. Just leave that here for a second. And luckily I didn't glue this whole thing down, so I'm going to tuck that under like that. And then put this one up here. Okay, like that. All right, so celebrate. So there's one of the Wow cards. Be careful with your white glue. If you get it on the gold foil, it kind of leaves a mark like I just did. Learn from my mistakes. Now you could add embellishments or something, but it's already got so much going on. I don't really think it needs anything else. You could also take some of your pieces from your pack and put it on the inside of your cards. That would look really pretty as well. All right, so that's our first Wow card. As I said, in the class you'll be making that one or this one. So this one I wasn't really sure about this, but I used it anyways. And you can see here, oopsie, I did it too close to the edge. Why? I don't know. I had tons of space, but I did. So I'm going to have to hide that, and I'll show you how I'm going to hide that. This side is really pretty too. I will have to make a card using this side, just because it's so pretty. And you know what I could have done, thinking about it now? I could have popped the gold layer up on this one, but I didn't, so. Now for this one I'm adding a vellum layer. This one reminded me like of a, I thought it would be good for a wedding card, anniversary card. So we're adding our vellum, and we are going to pop this one up. So you can see here, if you look closely, that where I messed up. And you can also see my beautiful Christmas nails. The girl that does my nails is amazing. Okay, a lot of you have the subtle embossing folder still in your stash. I hope you never get rid of it. I know one of my friends bought 2 just in case it broke. So we're doing a layer of white on white. And then we're going to pop this up for sure. Because we have the gold, well, we have so many layers, you're not going to see through the vellum at all. So is anyone else in their craft room? Anyone still making Christmas cards? I've done all my Christmas card classes, and I have quite a few Christmas cards. Now it's a matter of sitting down and mailing them out now that Canada Post is running. So for this paper, I'm not sure. It has an upside and a downside, but you can look and see which one you think looks better. I'm just going to go with this. So now we have Cue the Confetti. So that could be anniversary, it could be wedding. And then I did choose one of the gold leaves to put underneath this one, which I think would be nice. I really want to pop it up. I really do. I'm going to try and see if it really bothers me. I won't put it on really hard. I won't press really hard yet to see if maybe I don't like it. You can let me know. Does that bother you when you can see through to the vellum? Okay, I'm going to put it right where it says Cue the Confetti. I'm just going to do it. I don't think you can see it that much because I really want it popped up. Now you could put this smack in the middle. I tend to like things down to the left or down to the right. I don't know why. You can actually see the glue dot more than you can see the dimensionals. Anyways, I think it's still pretty. All right, so those are the 2 wow cards. So in this class you'll get 8 cards and 1 wow card. So, and you will get 1 sheet of each of the ephemera pack. Just because. So let's go back and review and you can tell me which one you like best. So this class will be posted for mid-January. If you don't live in Canada, because I can only ship in Canada, if you don't live in Canada, then you'll be able to order just the PDF. Okay, so we have number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and then our 2 wow cards. So do you have a favorite? They're all really, I find that when you put a different color with it, it tends to pull out the colors in the paper, obviously. This is also a new embossing folder that we have with little florals and dotted lines and lines. I really like it. I've used it quite a bit actually. So watch this class. It'll be available under events on my website, mariannecowan.com. The first one, this one, or this one? This one I think I really like. And I think if I was making them at home, I'd take like maybe this and put it on the inside, or lots of things you can do. But for now, those are the cards that will be in the class. It'll be a surprise which one you get. You can't ask for one or the other. But you will get one of these ones as a bonus card. So 8 cards, 1 bonus wow card, so 9 cards, and half of the ephemera pack. Oh, hi Lise. Thank you. These are sneak peeks of product that will be available in the January to April mini catalog. And so, this is in the catalog. Some products are available online, but this set happens to be in the mini catalog. So I just gave you a sneak peek of what the cards will look like. As I said, if you're in Canada, you can order the class for January and maybe February. All my classes will be online, just because I live in the country and the weather is very unpredictable here. Last night it was -20 Celsius. With the wind chill, it was -27. That's really cold for December. So, Pat likes both. I know it's hard to tell. They're both nice in different ways. I love all the ones on this set. Anyway, so January and February, at the beginning of February, I'm going to just have online classes, just because I don't want people driving out here when the weather is not good. And then when I have a class and I'm not sure what the weather's going to be, it's Do you reschedule? Do you cancel? So January, February will be online only. All right, so I think, tell me if you agree, that I did solve the problem of what to do with this paper that has humongous flowers on it. You just have to think about how you're going to cut it and create a design that really highlights that, because that's the star of this card, really. The little accent pieces are nice, but that's the star. And these two are from that punch, and so here's the punch, and there's the stamp set. So it's called Banner Sayings, and it's just a really nice set. You are loved, I'm grateful, I can't thank you enough, here's to you. Some that you can make a card and you can use it for a lot of different occasions. Cue the confetti and celebrate, which I used on these two. You could use those for so many things. Thanks a million, you did it. And a nice size. And they all fit in this banner punch. So you can see for this one, I did the double end banner, and then I did the just one end banner and just layered them up. So I think that looks nice. Okay, that's it for me. I hope if you get in your craft room this weekend that you have fun and that you create something beautiful. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit that notification button if you want to know when I post a new video, and please share it with a friend.